In this exercise, we introduce JavaScript by way of looking in the DevTools console. So I'm working on a MacBook Pro, so I'm going to press Command+Option+J, which will open up the developer's tools and specifically the console. I'm looking at the NPR website. You could look at any website. Bigger websites are maybe going to have some various messaging here or things about ads, stuff like that. Just let it kind of scroll and do its thing until it comes to an end. And if it's your first time really looking around inside DevTools, this icon, I find this icon a little bit hard for students to find, so I'm just going to point it out while I'm here. This helps you to select items on the page. So if you wanted to inspect something specific on the page, you can use this like selection icon, and I think it's kind of a great way just to kind of poke around and see how web pages are designed and how people are thinking about putting together the sort of grid and the blocks on the page with all of their differences in terms of like font choices and colors and sizes. And how many columns things span and so forth. Okay, with that out of the way, we're here to look at the console, and we're just going to put a few items here into the console just to see how it reacts. You can really get a live preview of a tiny bit of JS and how JS behaves by working in the console. So the first thing we'll do is enter what's called a string. So I'm going to enter hello world wrapped in quotes and press my return key. And the returned item is hello world wrapped in single quotes. So when I enter a string, basically the console is saying, okay, you gave me a string, it's hello world, here it is returned to you. I could also enter a number rather than a string of text, and the return value is the same as that number. I can use an operator, so I can do 12 times 12. That sort of asterisk key is like a multiplier. And when I press return, I see not 12 times 12 returned to me, but the value, 144, returned. And I can also use a sort of built-in function for alert. So I could say alert hello world. You can see I've maybe done this before. Like this, and then I get an alert. NPR says hello world. Okay, or I could say alert, and I could put in some numbers like alert 1 2 3, and npr.org says 1 2 3. Or I could say get back to my line here, alert. And then I could, again, use the operator 12 times 12, and then I get an alert. So here we're just using like a built-in prefab alert message function to write an alert into the page using a little bit of JavaScript. And we haven't really touched our code yet, but we're just kind of seeing how it works. But from this point of view through the console, you can very easily see what the syntax looks like and what you can expect to see when you start to add this to your JavaScript code.